offline people also. Anyway, good afternoon, everyone. Online, good afternoon. Can you able to hear me online? Yes, yes. Okay, online, there are nearly 92 people or 93 people are there now. Tell me how many of you people did any projects in the holidays? If you did, give me the live links. Online, out of 97 people, no one is responding. Anyone did any code, live links? Which project someone is asking? Any project. I told you guys to complete it till at least bootstrap, right? We were discussing. Some people already did it at that time only, but remaining people I asked complete till bootstrap. Girls, anyone had any projects? That's good. Live link is not working. For the people who live link is not working, I even told you how to create Netlify, right? I think in this class only I showed Netlify, right? And you Netlify, you don't need to do anything. All you have to do is push it. You don't need to go for Git commands and all, right? And you didn't do Netlify also. How much simple it is then? Okay, someone gave me a Netlify link. It's Sumera 2010 netlify.com. Okay, that's good. Tribute site, portfolio, application. I only give you 10 projects. Do you know that? Did you open the 10 projects? At least I love your honesty, Ray. Good. But my point is, try it at least now. Okay. See, this course gonna take another 25 days. Okay. So my point is start it now. At least start it now. Try it everyone. It's your responsibility. Okay. Max to max I can do is I can tell you these things work like this and all. Okay. If you don't try, you will not get it. Now, okay, let's see someone's portfolio project, how they did. Wow, I loved it. Okay. And oh, someone did Puja Kumari. This one is good, but the only point is like why it is portfolio. When I click on about, it's not going to about. Menu is going, but about is not going it. Check it. Gallery is not going to gallery. Review is not going to review. Order is not going to order. Okay, they should go. Only the thing is gallery spelling should be changed. Review, order, team. Okay, I like it. See, these are going out of the box. I don't want it. I want box to be enlarged. Okay. If you see others project ma, you will get the errors. What were the problems they did? See, in home, these are not links only. These are normal text. I want them to be links. Okay. And this is a cart application. Okay. If someone clicks on this order now, will it go to the cart? No, it is not going into the cart. Here, cart should be updated, right? But it looks so good. On looking, it is good. Okay, who is this? Neeraj. Sir, actually, how can the create this food tasty project? Okay, I don't know. Someone created it, but it's a so simple one. Okay. So finally, Neeraj completed his Amazon project. He used to tell every day that he will create it. So good. Will the sliders work? Yes, they are working. Okay. 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 It is leading into actual Amazon. It's too good. This is also slider. Yes. 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 Okay. Okay. I can understand it how much struggle it can take it, because see the alignments, the colors, the fonts, everything he taken care, the logo size and all, and it's looking so good. Okay, and he put the links also, I think. Yeah. Now, one of the person who always submit is Pooja Kumari. Mohammad Faiz, Neeraj, Pooja Kumari. Some people are there every day. They are submitting. What about remaining people, online or offline? Any other persons? Anyone here have the code? No. Maharyali. Okay, she is also giving it. What is this? Drama harmony. Oh, I love it. Okay. Okay. Home. Dramas. Cannot get a K drama.html. Okay. See. अरे हो गया. She must have done somewhere simple wrong. I will check it. What is the wrong here she must have done? Name, maybe the name error mistake. Matching is wrong. Here, see, here, whoever did this code, whoever this Maharyali, remove this, see, 127 point and all, remove, put just a dot slash kdrama.html. Remove this and put dot slash. Automatically it will work. Okay, Neeraj projects are this. Bootstrap project he did. Kakatiya and Amazon. These were very good. And where is this Priya ones? And the last one, Bootstrap project also. See, till the Bootstrap, these people did it. And I liked it. I don't know what about the remaining peoples. And who is this Foodwala? Sumera. It's so nice, food one. You can make it a big. Once you learn JavaScript, you can make it. Now, this is the main interesting point. If you did not do till now whatever we discussed, the Bootstrap and all, whatever I'm going to discuss in JavaScript, you will feel it like why this is needed. Why something will be needed. If you have any requirement, that will be good. When you try to do these things, for example, Neeraj did one slider. So you will think about how to put this kind of sliders. Or some other one did it like a pop-up, a K-drama pop-up. Now you will think about how to put pop-up like that. Right? Right or not? If you have a question that how to put a pop-up like that, then whatever we are going to discuss, it will be useful. If you are not having any question, you will just seeing it, you won't feel effect. When you see the movie, if you think it like what will happen in the next, then only it will give you thrill. If you are just like an ideal, just seeing whatever happening it without feeling anything, it doesn't make any impact to you. Right? That's what my point is. Even now, I want you guys to focus on what you are doing it. Till now, ho gaya to ho gaya. Now, at least focus now onwards. That's what I said after the January 1st holidays. Now, again, after this Pongal holidays, also, I'm saying the same. Okay. Anyway, many people are not coming. Let's see. When everyone comes, we will have a class about it. Now, I think we discussed arrays and objects, right? Data types ho gaya na? Did we discuss functions? Huh? Till arrays. We didn't discuss any functions. No? Okay. We will discuss now. Did we discuss objects? Did we discuss objects, ma? No. Functions where we discussed for each. Only arrays. Arrays for each we discussed, for each map and all. No. Okay. Now let's discuss functions. So next 4 days, try to understand it. Next 4 days, it will be like we will discuss some functions. We will discuss some basic concepts. Okay. Once they are over, then you will start to understand why these all things are useful. How do you connect into the basic? Again, doing the front end logic, you will do it after 3-4 days. Okay. Just focus on these things. Don't worry, if arrays are not completed, I will check it. I will come back to the arrays once again. Okay. I think we discussed the basic methods. We didn't discuss map, filter, reduce in the things and okay. Those advanced ones we'll discuss after the functions. Okay. We'll come back to objects and those things. Yeah. So now let's repeat it what we discussed in the array, sir. Let's have a quick repetition of what we discussed in the array. So arrays. Now if you see, how do you create an array? Let ARR equals to, I can create an array 2, 3, 5, 7, 8. Sir, array is a collection of similar data items. Actually, you can put different data items also into the JavaScript, right? If it is different, if it is other kind of programming language, you have to put only similar data items. But here you can put anything. Now, what is ARR now? See, array. If I write ARR of 0, what I will get? Very good. What is the last element? ARR of 4. So what is the length? 5. Right or not? Now each one will be stored with their own indexes, sir. And two important points we discussed in the previous classes. First one is non-primitive data type. Not only this, arrays or objects or anything are mutable. What are they? Mutable. And they are checked by address. That's why they are also called reference data types. Right? If I write it here, the main differences between primitive and non-primitive, these are only. Primitive data types are immutable. That means if you take a string, I think in last class we did it. Okay. If I take a string, if I write this string dot to lowercase, what will happen? It will convert it into lowercase. Okay. But if I write to uppercase, it will convert it into uppercase. Sir, if I write str, will it give the uppercase one or the normal one only? Normal. It will not update the original one, right? Whatever the operation you do on the strings, whatever the operations you did in primitive elements, it will not alter the primitive elements. Primitive elements will always be same, right? And the same way, if you take it an array, see array I took. If I write arr dot push in the last class we did, if I write arr dot push, automatically this 2 will be added to the arr. See arr 2 is added, right or not? So these are mutable. And at the same time, if you compare two arrays, even the two arrays contain the same values, they will not be equal. Right? Because they will check by their addresses. I think you all remembered it. Along with this, what are the other methods we did? We did some method like pop, arr.pop. Okay. And we did arr.splice. Splice will take two methods. Splice will take 3 arguments total. Where you want to start? I want to start it at third index. And I want to start it with 0 count. That means how many count you gave, that many elements will be deleted. And I want to give some values here. So now if you see ARR, it will add it at third index 80 and 99, but it did not delete anything because I told you not to delete, 0 elements to delete. Okay. We discussed basic things like caret. We discussed something like caret or index of or dot length. You remember these things? Reverse, sort. Okay. These are basic array manipulation ones. Along with this, what I think we discussed if loop also, right? Did we started discussing ifma? No, right? We did not come across if and all. Okay. Now we will discuss after this. We will discuss if. We will discuss for. Okay, and functions. Okay. Now first functions. For the people who are familiar with the programming languages will understand it easily. Functions are used for reusability. Reusability. They are like smaller tasks. They are small tasks. Each and every task you can divide it into functions. Like instead of writing it whole program in one single flow, you will divide the flow into different kind of functions so that that function you can use it multiple times. Are you clear, ma? Now you all know basically how the functions works. Let's go with how the functions works in the uh, you know in here. Now let me create it. Our first project. Functions. Now let's put one simple files. Index.html, index.css. No, index.js. We'll put. Now inside this HTML, I will give JavaScript, sir. Now let's go here. I did not put anything on this body, right or not? So you can't see anything. Let's put one button. Click me. And let's write a simple function, sir, here. You can write any functions here. You want function message. Now here, if I write some message, alert, alert will work. Alert, confirm, prompt, these things we already seen it, right or not? Now here, alert, something I wrote, some message. Now if I go and run this one, is it giving any alert, sir? Why? Can anyone tell me why? Anyone who have the programming knowledge can able to understand it easily. Why it is not giving any error? Any alert? I did not call the function. Perfect. Sir, functions has to be called, sir. If you just write a function, it doesn't make anything. You have to call the function. Okay. Now let's write it. Let's call this function message. I'm calling it directly. Now see, an alert came. Any doubts? Any doubts, ma? No. Let's see here. Let's see here. Instead of directly calling it, I will go with some handler, sir. I will go with some simple handler. We will discuss in detail later. Okay. Now I'm going with basic handler so that you will understand functions in better. Button, whatever you put, you can put one handler called on click. These are called event handlers. What are they? Event handlers. There are so many events we will discuss in detail once we come to events one. But remember, buttons can be clickable. On click means whenever someone clicks on it, what will happen? I will write it here. Call the message method. Call the message method. Now see, from HTML to CSS, some integration is there, right or not? Now you guys will understand slowly, slowly. See, if I come here, is alert is there? No. If you click on this, alert will come. Clear? Then you can write it here. So many things, sir. You can write it here. Console dot log some message. Now, sir, if you take the basic functions, okay, if you take it any basic functions are here, function is called the first hand citizen in JavaScript. Function is called the first class citizen. Function is called first class citizen in JavaScript. What does it mean by first class citizen, sir? If you see the trains in olden times, we used to have first class citizen, second class citizen, and all. If someone is having the first class one, they can able to go with any coach. They can able to go, literally sit anywhere and whatever they choose. Same way, in functions can do anything in JavaScript. JavaScript, everything is function only. Okay. Now functions can do so many things. Those things we will discuss now. Just now, if I go and check it one function here, what we can do? Yeah, I will write it here. Const. I think you already know why we wrote const or let or something, right? I'm taking one const variable. Const fun1 equals to function. Okay. Console dot log something. Right? Now see here two things I did. If I write it here, console.log fun. I am not calling, I am just printing the variable fun. Right? Am I calling the function? No, I am just printing it normally. And if I write it here fun, what it will print, you think? What do you think it will print? Whole function. It will print the whole function, sir. Because the complete function is itself the fun variable. Now, if you see it here, see? So whole function, you can store it as variable. A function can be stored as a variable that is in JavaScript. That is called function expression. What it is called? And whatever the function I wrote, did I wrote any name here? Did I wrote any name? You don't need to write every time name. The reason we want to write the name is sometime later I want to call it. Okay. Anyway, I'm storing this in another one. Na? I'm storing this in fun. So fun I can call anytime I want. So I don't need any name for this. Without any name also you can give. Without any name also you can write a function. And those are called anonymous functions. What are they called? Anonymous function means without any name. And this whole line is called function expression. What it is called? Function expression. And literally functions can take the parameters also. I think you know basically functions will take the arguments and parameters, right? If I write it here, function sum, which will take a comma b, let c equals to a plus b. That's it. Now I can return c. If you go for your programming languages like Java and all, where whenever a function is returning something, you have to mention its data type, what it is returning and all. But in JavaScript, you don't need to. If you write it here, automatically it will only understand it. Okay, this guy is returning C, which is also a combination of A and B. Okay. Now if I write it here, sum 2 comma 3 2 comma 3. Array. So it will call and it will return the value. It is not printing it, it is returning the value. So my returned value will be stored inside this. Let result. So returned value will be storing inside this result, sir. Now I will just write it here, console.log result. Can anyone tell me what it will print? 5. It will print the 5. Any doubt, sir? Any doubts till now? No. Now, next one. Functions can actually call themselves also. Something has to call the functions now. Instead of something has to call the functions, functions can call themselves. How, sir? Function. Let's take uh, let's take function print. Function print. I'm writing one function, sir, here, which is of logic print. And inside this, I'm writing it console.log print. Now, this function print will not be called until someone trigger it, right or not? Either from the HTML, I have to put a button and trigger it, or I have to directly call it, right? Instead of doing both, I will write it here. I will just put brackets here, and I will just put brackets here, and we'll write it here. Now, you know what is this will happen? The first brackets, inside the first brackets, I put the whole function. So the whole function will be wrapped up inside these brackets, and it is calling. So a function can call itself. You don't need any name for this also. If you write it here, a function can call itself. Console.log is not a function, huh? Then this is called a function calling itself is called the functional is called the IIFE. What is that? IIFE. IIFE. What does that mean, sir? It means immediate invoke function expression. Immediate invoke function expression. Clear? Any doubts till now? Online, any doubts? I hope it's clear. Now, next one, sir. Sir, can the function can do only this kind of things? Like calling itself or calling, taking the arguments or writing it as one variable. Function can do a lot more. You can write a function inside another function. Okay, someone asked this question who explain the things between anonymous and the normal function when to use it. Sometimes you don't need the name of the function. Okay, that cases you will use anonymous function. That means a function without the name. Sometimes you need to mention the name. Okay, in that cases you will use normal functions, sir. Okay, now, sir, interesting point is this: if I take function a and inside this, if I write it here, I will just write it here, console.log a started a started, and here if I write function b, and again console.log b started. See? Now, can I put one function inside another function, sir? What it is called? Nested function. So you can put one function literally inside another function, sir, and it is called the nested function, sir. Clear, ma? Yeah. Now, what if here inside this function I have one value, let uh, count equals to 0. Okay. Inside this one, I'm just writing it here, count plus plus. And here I will write count equals to now see, I just write it here, one variable, sir. Initially, what I put the variable count, and the count equals to 0. And see, this count is a let. That means its availability is that particular scope, that only for that particular element. Okay, code block from the open braces to close brace only it will exist, right or not? That is called block scope. Now here, if you see, count value will stay from the function A open starting one to ending one. Now I will just store it here. Return B. So I'm returning whole function B. Okay. Const val1 const val1 which is equals to A. Can anyone tell me if I print the val1 what it will print? Anyone? If I print the val1 what it will print? Ne Navadarshini. Navadarshini is actually near. Whole okay. Muhammad face is right. Sir, I am returning what? What I am returning in the first function? That means whole B function I am returning, right or not? So I just call the A function here. So whole B function will be stored inside the val1. So automatically whole B function will be printed. See, whole B function, and it's an anonymous. Why? Because you don't need any name. If you put name also, it doesn't mean. But here name is not there, so it will become something as anonymous. And line number 20, what is the problem here? What is happening there? Now see, whole function B came. Again, let's understand the example, sir, one more time. If I go inside B, if I go inside A, I just created another function which is called B. And this B function, I just write it some count value or something I wrote. Okay. Forget about it, what is inside the B. But A function is there. Whenever you are calling the A function, it is returning one something, right? What it is returning? B. A function is returning B. So automatically B will be the value wherever you return. I returned it here, val1 equals to A. That means it will go to A, and whatever it is returning, the return value will be given to val1. Is it clear, ma? Till now it's clear? Yeah. Now the val1 is having the value, sir. Now val1 is having the value, and that one I printed, and it will come whole function. Any doubts? Now if I write it instead of this, if I call the method, now what will happen? Huh? Count equals to 0 or count equals to 1 or something, right? These two values it will run because I'm calling the function this time. Earlier I just check it like what is the value in the variable. Now I know in the variable some function is there, so I will just call the function. Count equals to 1. Any doubts, ma? Any doubts, ma? Someone asked when I go to where we called a function. That is the point. You don't need to call the functions. Here, interesting point is this. You call the function here, you store this particular a function I called here in the line number 38, and I store the result in the val1 in the same line. And then next what I did, I just write it here callback. It's like not callback. If I write it directly here, val1, a question here, parenthesis, automatically it will do. Now, now you guys tell me, control C, control V, control V. Now what will be the answer? Count, count equals to 1 and count equals to CC. Listen, interesting question. The question is so simple, ma. The question is so simple. If you remember, call stack will be created. Okay, first A will be run, right or not? A function. Inside this A function, there is another function B, right? Inside A, count is there. Is count is inside the A or inside the B? A. Now you just called it once. Whenever you called it, it print the value. And once your logic is over, B will be deleted, right or not? You know that execution content will delete it once the function execution is over. Then again it will be removed A also, right? Now next time what you are doing it is you are directly calling the B, but the A is not there. Will it work? Will it work? No, it will work. This is interesting point in the JavaScript lecture. So, sir, even the outer function execution is over, still inner function can remember the outer function value and can do that. Now, you guys tell me every time, whenever I'm running it, will it go to again count.0 and make it 1 or for previous one 1, this time 2, next time 3, like that? Will it actually increment or will it just do it every time 1 only? Now, see here. Now, go here. If I write it here, count value 2. Now, instead of doing this, I will put some simple handler, sir. I will just write it here. Handler on click. Instead of message, I will do val1. Now, here, I don't need to write it 2 times. Now, see, whenever you are clicking on it, now val1 is not recognized. If I click on this, count equals to 1, count equals to 2, count equals to 3, count equals to 4, count equals to 5, count equals. Sir, I don't want to show it on screen. I don't want to show it on console. I want to see on the screen. We will get it later. Okay, once we come to DOM, we will do that all. But till now, any doubts? So if you see, this is what Mohammed Faiz actually made it in a nice words. If the inner function is remembering the outer function, he said it will become 2. If the inner function is not remembering the outer function, then it will be again 0. Okay. Now, see clearly, see clearly. Inner function can remember the outer function values always, even the outer function execution end is over. Outer function is executed ended. Even after the outer function is removed from the call stack, still inner function can remember the values of outer function, and these are called closures. What are they called? What are they called? What happened, Ray? You guys are more dull than me. What happened? I was because no one are there, and at the same time, holidays it was too enjoyable. Afternoon it's like sleep. Now, what about you guys? No energy at all? Had lunch? No? Yo. Now, see here, ma. So inner function can remember the outer function values even after the outer function execution is ended. And this concept is called closures. What are they called? Closures. Okay. Now someone named Rakesh pointed it out like a val is not a function. Val1 is not a val1 is a function. If you check it, that is function of B. If you that's why while showing it to you, I just started print it. Okay. Till now it's clear, ma? Now, one more concept is there in the functions, which is very, very important, called callback. What it is called? Callbacks. Sir, one function can be written as argument for the another function. One function can be taken as an argument to another function, and that concept is called the callback. Now, function mm, function A. Now here function B. Now, what is this? Function B. You don't need any name here. By default, it will only take it. Now see, if I write here function A, inside this you can write it here function B. Now here I will just write it the basic logic. What is happening? Declaration or a statement is expected. Why it's not working? Hmm. How can I call? Let's write some functions or functions. Match. So function mat will print its console.log mat. Then function bat console.log bat. Then next function mat badge that console.log that. Now, if you see, sir, three functions worked in a three different way. Okay. Okay. Now, see, sir, here, so simple logic. In real life scenarios, one function always depend on the another function. In those cases only, we will write these particular callback functions. For example, in real time, how would I have to show? If you go to e-commerce websites, in e-commerce websites, three people will design the three different things. Imagine three people are there. So each one is designing one page. First person did the product page, second person did the cart page, third person do the checkout page. Now, if three people do it like this, now problem is this. Problem is you can't go to checkout page directly. To go into the checkout page, first you need something called cart. If on the items there is, if on the cart there are no items, checkout page is useless. It will not work, right? Same thing. If there are no products in the cart page is useless. There is this. Huh. So one function will be like three different people wrote this. It's not like every one person only wrote the whole code. Okay. When three different things are there, one function dependent on another function, then we will use something called callback functions. What are they called? Callback functions. Now, if you go here, now let me write it interestingly. Now, function main div something main fun. You can put any rules however you like it. Now, console.log main of mad dad bad. Now, here, interestingly, inside this argument, I'm gonna call Matt. Now go here. He started. Now where is this method? Now three methods are there. Now main fun someone has to call. Now I will call the main fun. Now here I will take fun one, comma fun two, comma fun three, and inside this I'm calling fun one, fun two, fun three. Now if I write it here, main fun, inside this mad, bad, dad. Now everyone is thinking that we didn't call the function. Now here see, I called it. I called the main fun, right or not? Now if you see, bad is not defined. Okay, bad is defined now. Good. Capital. Now what happens, sir? I'm mad printed. I'm bad printed. And for dad, it printed whole thing, right? And then main of these things printed. So immediately it will see first thing, it will not run this. Why? It's a function. It will not run this function, not run this function, not run this function. Directly where it will go, main do. Wherever the function call is there, directly it will go. Now here it is directly calling this one, so it will go to the main. And mad will be a fun one. Bad will be fun two. That will be, now if I write it here, fun one. Fun one, I just called. Fun one called means mad called. So immediately it will go inside the mad, whatever is there, it will print. Right? Then again, fun two. Fun two means bad. That's what I called. And then it will go to the bad one and it will print. Then what is third one? Fun three, dad. So I will go here and I will go to the dad. Here I am directly printing the dad value. Okay. I should print it instead of printing dad. See, I'm just printing the whole dad. Whole dad is what is a whole function is stored as a variable. Right or not? See, interesting point this only, ma. If you write only mad, it will print the whole function. Instead, if you write mad with the brackets, it will call that function. Okay, that is the default thing in the JavaScript. Now here I will write. See, now sir, one function is passed as a parameter for another function, right or not? So if one function is passed as the parameter or argument of another function, then this parameter is called as this function, the main function. Okay, and this mad bad dad, mad bad bad, these three are the normal functions which are passed as the argument for another functions, right? So these are called callback functions. What are they called? Callback functions. And the function which will take these callback functions or return the callback functions, these are called uh, callback functions, and these are called higher order functions. These are called higher order functions. Is it clear till now, ma? Is it clear, sir? Everyone, is it clear? Tell me exactly where the error, where you are not getting it. Tell me exactly, ma. I did not call the function. Some people thinking I called it here. Tell me exactly where, which point you did not get it in the which line. I will tell you. I will repeat it again. Understand the control flow. If you are not understanding the control flow, you can put a debugger and you can check it also. See, this is what people are thinking it. Listen, ma. Sir, I am just, did I call this once here? Mad? No. I just gave the value. Okay. Now go here and check it. Now see, it will give you error. Why? Fun1 is not a function. That is true. See, you are taking function as a variable and you are passing through the argument. Then mad will be one variable only now. Inside the mad, whole mad function is there. Inside the bad, whole bad function is there. Now this variable, it will pass it as fun1 now. Now what is fun1 value? Mad whole function. Mad ka whole function is fun1 now. Now inside this I am calling fun1. So indirectly I am calling mad only na. Are you getting my point? Huh? So, sir, you can directly write it here only. Mad like this na. Absolutely you can do like that also. My point is I want to pass the functions as an argument. Then only it is called as callback function. Okay. To do that, we did this. Okay. Now let me put it breakpoints here. Let's go here. Let me go to source. And if you are still having the doubts, I will put breakpoints everywhere and you can understand it. One, two, three. Now see, everyone see, it stopped in the main line. 76th line, it got stopped. Why? Because first thing it will run 76th line only na. Now anything is there in the console? Rakesh, we will pass variables only. Variables, whole function will be stored inside the variable. Okay. Now understand it. In JavaScript, if you create one function with a name X, automatically that whole X function will be stored inside a variable named X. It will only create itself an X variable. So you can use a function as a function and you can use a function as a variable also. That is why it's called function expression. Function can be variable and as a function both. Okay. Are you getting my point, ma? Now, let's go and check it here, sir. See, till now, anything is there? No. What is the first line it will run? 76th line. Now, I am going one more step. Okay. Let's go one step. Now, see. Now, if you see it here, this guy wrote it. See here, what is happening? Fun1 is equals to function mad. Fun2 is equals to function bad. Fun3 is equals to function dad. So this fun1, fun2, fun3 are not the normal variables now. They are functions. They are not called now. They are just functions now. Now, okay. People are just getting confused. It is so easy. No, don't worry. Now see. Till now, any doubt? See one by one. First thing, forget about all the things. First thing, I called 76th line. It get mad, bad, bad. Right or not? The moment I call the mad, then here this main one will be called. And inside this main one, it is taking 3 arguments. So what is the fun value now? Function mad. Fun2, function bad. Fun3, function dad. Now inside this, I am calling function 1. I'm calling function 1. Now what is the function 1 value? Mad. So automatically mad will be called. Automatically mad will be called. So now if I see one more step, sir, then 69th step, see, till now nothing is printed. Okay. Now I'll go one more step. So it is going into the mad. Why? Because fun1 is called na. Fun1 means mad only na. So it will call the mad. And then it did not print anything because it did not run this. Now I will go one more step. See, now it is over. Now if you see, only one thing will print. I am mad. Are you clear? Now after this, where it will go, sir? Again going back. Here only. Fun2. Right or not? Now what is fun2 means? Bad. Right? Function bad. So function bad, I am calling it. I am calling it. Understand it. If you did not call it, if you just print them, instead of calling, if I write it here like console.log fun1 I'm just instead of normally calling it, if I just write it the values fun2 console.log fun3, it will print the values directly. Whole mad function will be here, whole bad function will be here, whole dad function will be here. Third one. So functions can be passed as a variable. Okay. And functions can be passed as an argument to another function. That is called callback. If you don't understand the basic point of callback, it will be difficult for you to go for JavaScript. JavaScript lies in callbacks. One function can be given to another function as a parameter. Okay. Now go here. Now let me do it one more time. I'm just running it whole thing. Now again, stop it. First one. Till now nothing is there. Now next one. It goes. Now I'm just printing it console.log.fun. So it will print fun. Console fun2, fun3. Now see, if you see the console, 3 functions are printed. I did not print the mad bad dad. I printed the fun1, fun2, fun3 because they are same basically. Now I'm calling them. Obviously, they will get called and they will print the values. Any doubts? It is a simple one. If you get confused here, future there won't be anything then. Okay. So a function can be passed as a parameter. Okay, now all the things. Remember what we discussed first onwards. Function is first class citizen. Function can be a variable which holds whole function. Okay. And function can be without name. That is called anonymous functions. And one function can be inside another function. One function can be inside another function, which is called nested functions. Now, one more time, I will go with the starting onwards. Don't worry. Okay. Now, functions can be taken as a variable. Functions can be without a name, which is called anonymous. And one function can be inside another function, which is called nested function. And inner functions can remember outer function values even after outer function execution ended. This is called closure. What it is called? Closure. And one function can be passed to another function as an argument. Just make a note of all these things. I will repeat all these things again. Okay. As an argument. One function can be passed as an argument to another function. This is called callback function. What it is called? Callback function. What more we didn't discuss? Functions can be called itself. Okay, I will tell you that again. Let's do it one more time. Focus from starting onwards, sir. It is so simple. Basically, how the functions works is, now function. Let's take one function, sir. I'm taking one function named sum. Okay, this function is taking two arguments. One is A, one is B. Now, if I write it here, console.log A plus B, console.log A plus B. Now, this function needs to be called, right or not? Okay, let me call this function sum 2 comma 5. Okay, sum 2 comma 5. First onwards, everyone focus here. Now, can anyone tell me what is the output here? 7. Till now, any doubts? This is a basic function. How a syntax of function will be there? Function, keyword, space, function name, and in brackets, arguments, and the function body in the braces. And the function will be called somewhere else. This is how function will be in any programming languages. Okay. Now, if I go here and it will print absolutely 7, sir. This is a basic first line of function. Okay. Now, second line, second thing in the functions. Now, instead of printing it, sum, now instead of directly calling it, if I write console.log sum, now what it will print, sir? Whole function it will print. So, sum is normally a function. In other things, if you write it in other programming languages like this, it will not work, right? But here, if you write sum, it will print the whole function. Why? Because by default, function will be taken into a variable. Okay. This sum variable, you can use it anywhere. Okay. Usually, we will use this sum variable to given into some other functions. Any doubts? Any doubts, ma? Now let me do it some more interesting. Function my logic, and inside this my logic, I'm calling fun 1, and inside this I am calling fun 1 2 comma 5. Did it print any my logic? Did I call the my logic? No. Will it print anything? No. Now I'm calling the my logic, sir. Focus here. If you understand this one step, you will understand everything. My logic sum. Now tell me, Ray, anyone, what will be the output? Huh? 7. How many of you got 7? Console.log 7. It is perfect. See, first it will go to this line. What it will happen? It will go to here. Why? Because you are calling this my logic. And in my logic, you passed fun 1. What is the fun 1 value here? Sum. Sum means this whole function. So whole function indirectly what you are writing it, you know what you are writing it indirectly. Array. In your logic, indirectly you are writing it like this. Function, my logic. Inside the my logic brackets, instead of you are writing this whole function. Function, sum, A plus B, something. Right or not? See, you are keeping the whole function, whatever the function is here, you are keeping it in these brackets only now. That's what only you are doing it. Indirectly, you are doing it instead of doing it directly. Right? And here, so inside this, I called function 1. I called fun 1, 2 comma 5. Automatically, fun 1 is sum only. So it will call 2 comma 5 sum. So then it will go to the top and it will print console.log 2 plus 5. What is the value? And this is called callback function. What does it mean by callback function is one function will be given as the argument for another function. My logic function is taking some function as an argument, right or not? That is called callback function. So sum is called callback function because it is coming as an argument, and my logic who is taking it is called actually higher order functions that we will discuss in later. But basically, remember sum which is going as a argument to another one is called callback function. Any doubts, ma, in callback function? Any doubts? Is it clear now? Now let's go somewhat more. Now let's go. If anyone doubts, you can tell me, ma. Now, this time I will do function subtraction. Sub means subtraction. I'm doing it. A comma B. It will take it. It will take two values, sir, and then it will only do it something like uh, no, instead of big things like sub, I will do some logic like message, and it will not do any arguments. It will write it like console dot log hi everyone. So if I call here message, then only it will print it, right or not? Right or not? Yes, go here and check it. It will print hi everyone. Now, sir, I don't want it to write anywhere. I will write it here only. Open brace, close brace. So whole function, and I will call it here only. Okay, why my logic is not a function? It is coming it as now go here. Earlier also we got one error. It has stopped somewhere. Okay, we will see the IAFI later. Anyway, now we will discuss this thing then. Okay. Now, if I write one function, sir, this function I have to call it, right? Now, now let's discuss anonymous functions. What does it mean by that? Okay, see, I want to give this message function to some other function. Now, const Raj. So, const Raj is equals to whole function I'm giving into Raj, variable Raj. By default, it will store it as a variable message also. I want my own variable. Okay. Also having the same one. Now, if I write it here, console.log Raj. Now, what it will go? Whole message. Right or not? Because the whole message you are giving into Rajna. Raj means whole message. Any doubts in this? No. Now, sir, next time, if you call Raj, it is working. If you call message, also it's working. Now, see, message is not defined, it is saying it. Huh. If you call Raj, it's working. But if you call message, is it working? No. Why? Because you already gave that whole value. You gave all by default, your function will be given one name, one variable. And you are saying it, no, give this variable. So automatically it will be given to another variable. Now, if you call that function, it will say like it's not name there only. So by default, what we will do, we will not give name only. Anyway, so name is not necessary now. Now see, will it say an error now? No. Go and check it here. See. So here I created one variable, Raj, using one function. And for that function, did I put any other name? I don't need any name. I don't need any name. And that is called anonymous function. That is called same my logic. In see earlier my logic, I put the sum here, right? Instead of putting it everything here, I will copy this and I will write the logic here only directly. I will write another function here only. Function why it is not coming. Okay. So, but understand it. Basically, functions, if they are not having the name, we will go with something called anonymous. Now, someone is asking an answer. That's a good point. Someone is giving it one good point. So, what if the function have the return type and then variable gonna store the local total function or the return type? It's an excellent question. Now it will store the return type, not the total one. Now, so go here, return. Now return something like buy. Now go and check it here. Now if I go here, Raj, now see, if I see it here, Raj, what is happening? Now Raj is total function only. Raj is total function only. But sir, Raj is returning something now. Raj is when Raj is returning, whenever you call, see at 16th step, Raj is there. 17th step, I am calling the Raj. 17th step, I am Rajing the Raj. If at this particular page, if this particular 17th step, if I write it const k equals to Raj, now can anyone tell me what is k value? Can anyone tell me what is k value now? Why? Why? Because at 17th stage, the Raj is calling, automatically whatever the result, whatever the return type will come to the 17th step only. And that value will store it in k. Now k value will become y, not the Raj value. But it's an excellent point. I hope you're clear with that till now. Okay. And we have something called function can call itself and all the things, IAFE, we will discuss it later. So remember the callback functions. Remember the function can be stored as variable. Now let's understand one more thing which we discussed is called closure. One more time I'm repeating it. For example, let's understand this step. This step is very important. A basic counter. Now if you go here, sir, function counter, I am taking one function, sir, counter. Now inside this, let count equals to 0. What is the count value initially? 0. And inside this function, another variable is there, function incr, function incr. Now here, what I'm doing it is count plus plus, and I'm writing it here, console.log count, console.log count. And I am returning incr. See, in this particular 10 5 lines, you have so many things. First thing, this counter function is returning another function. Can you see? One function is returning another function. One function is, instead of returning a variable, it is returning the function. If a function is returning another function, it is called as callback function only. See, this increase also called callback function. Increase also callback function. Basically, callback function means either it has to go as the parameter of another function or it has to be returned by another function. Okay. Now, if I write here logic, let R1 equals to counter. Can anyone tell me what is R1 value? Can anyone tell me what is R1 value? Not 1. Focus here. Tell me what is R1 value? Incr function. Now Darshan is right. Incr function. Why? Because I'm returning incr function. I called counter. When I called the counter, whatever is happening in the counter, I don't know. I don't want it. What it is returning exactly? It is returning incr function. So whole Sara incr function will be inside the R1. Now if I print the R1, if you see, the basic logic is whole incr function will be there. Clear? Right or not? Now in the next step, I'm calling R1 now. See, I'm calling the R1. Now what it will print? It will call the incr. Right or not? Incr, I'm doing count plus plus na. Is count value is inside the incr? No. Is count is equals to count initial value, is it inside the incr, sir? No. Where it is inside? Counter. But counter is over. Counter, I ran it in 31st line only. Now, if I write R1, it should say what is count. How can I do count plus plus? That should say error. right? But instead it will say 1. Okay, that's okay. First time maybe. Okay, second time if I run this R1, at least it will think it like earlier it think 0 na count value 0, so it updated 1. Even this 0 is constant only na, still it is 0 is constant only, so it should give me as 1 0 plus 1 1 only na every time. No, it will give 2, because this function, inner function, will remember the outer function value whatever it is updating. You got my point? In the call stack this procedure will happen. The inner function will remember the outer function value even after its execution ended. This procedure is called, see, what we expect is every time when you run a function it will go to that function and run it again as a new thread. No, it will continue it. Everything is single threaded only. Okay, and this point is called closure. In real time scenarios this is used for the memorization technique. For example, cache technique. You guys all use phones. In phones, for example, if you open your browser and open some Facebook or Insta or something is there, and suddenly you close your phone, and after a particular time you open it, it will not load the whole Insta again. Wherever you stop that particular reel, it will come with that only, because in the cache memory it will be there, unless or until you open the window and closed it. If you close that window, then again it will load the whole thing. If you did not close it, the previous memory whatever loaded it will store there, right or not? Are you getting my point? You went to the YouTube, you click on trending news, automatically all trending videos will come. After a particular point you are seeing it, you 1 hour is over, but still the trending news will be same to you. Every moment it will not go and give it back to you, right or not? Right, even though you switch tabs it will be same. That technique is called memorization. Okay, or cache. In phone language we will call it cache. That is done by closures only in real time. Clear? Is everyone is okay with the functions? Yeah, tomorrow we'll discuss the if, for, and all switch and all the things. But if anyone didn't understand with the functions, let me know. Okay, and just have a quick revision of one's whole functions and all. Okay, but don't worry, it's like basically when we are going it, you will go it. This all are basics how the JavaScript works. Once we started, same like your front end, once you started with building websites, again in 2-3 days again we will start building the sites. You will put HTML and all the things, then you will get the whole concept. Okay, yeah, yeah. Now sir, notes, JavaScript notes I will provide it today. Okay, in the notes folder I will provide it the JavaScript notes, and I will push the code into the GitHub. Okay, yeah, yeah. And some anyone who wants to submit the code, you can give it to me. Okay, let me check it. I think she changed it. Let me go here. Okay, it is showing all the dramas. Nice. Oh, it is showing it into each drama. Okay, it is going into drama code list. Very good. This one I really loved it. Finally, someone did some authenticated one, right? It's completely new. First time I'm seeing it. Good. About welcome to Kid. Hey, it's looking like something Gmail. Okay, let me click it. It's so good. Let's see whether it is responsive or not. It is responsive. So good, na? See, someone made it. It's who is this girl? Maharyali. Mahalakshmi Ryali. It's so good, ma. See, and they put it static one, and whenever I'm hovering on it, it is showing it nicely. And everything, it's a new tab. And home. Oh, great. It's like a slider, right? Whenever you click on the image, it's coming. It's a slider. Watched. All famous dramas are there. Sunshine. It's so good. Good. And font also I loved it. Like she changed the font. Did you did it, or you only did it everything? Mahalakshmi. Yes, so good. Right? It's an authenticated work. Good. Reminding people also bring something new. Okay. So that it would be good. Okay. I want everyone to use your imagination to bring something new. Okay. You all interested in something, right? Painting or drawing or something. Design the pages for that. Okay. Right or not? Design a simple wedding pages, wedding websites or invitation websites. Right? Those things will be cool. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you all. What is authenticated one, sir? No, there is no authentication here in this one. But basically, I said it like it's a new one. That's what I said. Okay. Yeah, there is nothing authentication. Authentication means it's some login and all has to be there. But here it was cool. Yeah. Yeah. That's good. Okay. Any other one have any cool designs? Bring it tomorrow. I want to check it. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Bye bye.